All, and thank you very much for coming tonight to the Democratic Party of Brown County. This is a wonderful turnout for us, and I think this is an amazing opportunity not only to have Barbara Lawton with us, but also a very special guest, Dave Hansen, one of the very brave, very wonderful with the very brave 14 that left the state and stood up for our rights and for the rights of the working people of the state is that it didn't only help galvanize us and be more of an important part in our political climb, but it also gave us the beginning, I think, or the reawakening of a wonderful movement. And I am very proud of Dave and all of the 14 for doing what he needed to do and what they needed to do in order to stand up for us. And as a very small token of our appreciation, I have a little something for Dave. It's a giant thank you note. And it's signed by everybody that has come into the office for the past month. And so, you know, how much we do appreciate everything that he and they have done. So I'm going to give this to you, Dave. I'm just curious. We have made a major effort to engage more of us Democrats into the political system, and I'm wondering here tonight, how many people here are maybe the first-time party members? Very nice. Thank you very much. Joining the party is extremely important for maintaining our ability to be a physical presence in this community, to do the work that we need to do to elect progressive candidates to the party, to host recall efforts as we are now. We need your support and we need your membership. So I'm asking you, those who have not yet joined the Democratic Party, you have an opportunity to do so. We have sign-up sheets in the table behind the building or behind the wall here. And so please grab one, take one, fill it out, and join us. Also, an announcement about the 8th Congressional District Convention is April 10th. It is here in De Pere at the Swan Club on the 10th. It begins at 10 o'clock. In order to come, anyone can come, but in order to be a voting member of the congressional district, you have to be a member of the party. And so we ask you to join the party, join the 8th Congressional District Convention, and be a part of the movement that is sweeping Wisconsin. So, without further ado, we have two guests, Dave Hansen and Barbara Lawton tonight. I would like to introduce Dave Hansen, our very brave senator from Brown County.
Well, thank you very much. It is a great joy to be with you all tonight and to see so many people in the crowd. First of all, I want to thank my wife Jane for putting up with my trip to the land of Lincoln for 22 days. The TV cameras that showed up at her door looking for state troopers to see if they were coming to get me. For the record, I stayed in the land of Lincoln the whole time. And we were real busy. It was very active. Contrary to what people have said, we worked really, really hard. And we truly did leave for a purpose. Before I get into that, though, I want to introduce a couple of very special people that I truly miss in the legislature. There's two as good of assemblymen that have ever served in the state legislature. I'd say one was a sophomore of the year and one was a rookie of the year. But my good friends, truly great legislators, Jim Seletsky, please stand. And the freshman of the year, truly a good friend, someone who truly made a difference. He probably broke the record for freshman legislation being passed, and several of them were with me. He's truly missed there. Hopefully in 2012 we can get both of them back. But Ted Sigmund. Yeah. And I made a special ask tonight for a candidate that ran for sheriff, Bill Morgan, and it's great to have you here tonight. Thank you. You know, some people say that we're heroic. Well, when we left, it was more about standing up for the rights of the working men and women of the state and trying to protect the middle class. We thought changing 50 years of history in about 3 days was just not the right thing to do. We had gone through the first 4 or 5 weeks of legislative session where everything the governor had wanted had been rubber stamped. We were turning into one-person rule, where he controlled the courts, controlled the legislature, and obviously the executive branch. And we said it's time to take a step back, go to the land of Lincoln, use our constitutional right to protect the quorum, and do the right thing and fight for the middle class. I will never ever apologize for that. It was an unbelievable experience. It was truly an unbelievable experience. But when we left, there was no way we can imagine the amount of people that were engaged. New people. A lot of new people in this room. Not only in Brown County, not only in Wisconsin, but throughout this great country. We're talking about Indiana and Ohio and Michigan, fighting for their right to collect bargain. Workers' rights that have been just so much a part of our landscape. Since 1959, in a bipartisan way, they were passed. And in that bipartisan way, they've been supported by Democrats and Republicans up until the election of Governor Walker and his new agenda. There are Republican colleagues that have been with us forever, good friends of mine. And we're disappointed in them, but I understand under the pressure they were under, they did what they did. I think it was a mistake. But when we left on February 17th, we didn't know what the end game was. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. But until when we came back on that Saturday in Madison, as John Erpenbach said very well, we left for a few weeks, and what we came back to was really a movement. And not only in Wisconsin, he said, but throughout this country. We didn't plan that. But people standing up for their rights. And it wasn't just about union workers. It's about non-union workers, about steel workers, firefighters, teachers. Everybody standing together, arm in arm. And when we came back, and when I spoke to 150,000 people, or whatever it was in Madison, truly extraordinary crowd, I made the promise that I would stand arm in arm with you as we move forward. And on that Sunday afternoon at the Rock Garden with 5,000 of our good friends, I wanted to say thank you. It was amazing. And we can talk about our progressive tradition, and it's not just about the last 50 years, but we were the first state to have workers' comp, unemployment comp, one of the first states to join Social Security. And the issue and the point I always make is that what the labor movement has done for union and non-union alike, 40-hour work week, 8-hour work day, overtime pay, health insurance, sick leave, family medical leave, all the things that we treasure. It doesn't have to be about whether you're a Teamster or any other union member. Everybody has benefited. This is a sad day in our country when we're turning back the clock. I don't even know what century this takes us back to, but it's totally a mistake. But I was with 13 of some of the finest people that I've ever been with. And how do you say it? We really got to know each other well. And shall we say it wasn't always positive. We had a lot of disagreements, but I like to tell this story. One afternoon, Rush Limbaugh on his show was talking about how Julie Lassa had been kidnapped. 2 younger children, baby expecting 7 months along. Interesting to note, I did not have the car. Senator Miller did not have the car. Julie Lassa had her own car.